All right, yeah, let's go. What's up, YouTube? So today I'm back with what the bleep is productizing. If you was watching with me last week, we got into the first talking about how the 3 ways that you can sell your product as a 3 ways you can sell your service as a product. And I also promised that today I'm going to teach you my strategy on how to productize, what actually productizing is, so you can learn to take your services and put it into a product, and you make more money that way, right? So here's the thing. If you are a service provider out there, right? When I mean service provider, let me clarify. What is a service provider? So a service provider is basically, you making this move. A, a, get off of that bed. This is shaking.
It's shaking?
Yes. So
am I still on it?
Yes.
Sorry.
So bloopers, right? So look, what is a service provider? Let me clarify. A service provider is anyone that has a trade, that does any work with their hands or anything to that nature, right? So let's just give you an example. A barber, a hairstylist, a nail tech, a plumber, let's see, a plumber, electrician, a mechanic, any of those people that actually do things with their hands, you are a service provider. Now, what most people don't understand is you only can make money with your hands, right? So today I'm going to talk about productizing. So productizing is basically taking your service, taking whatever service that you do and putting it into a product, right? So take your service and put it into a product, and it's actually really simple, right? But it's a process that most people don't understand, and very few people actually take action on, right? So listen, if all you've been doing right now is just, I'm just giving you an example. Productizing. I come from a barber. I'm a barber, and I come from the background of cutting hair. So the thing is I try my best. Like, y'all hear me? I try my best to cut myself rich, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, that didn't work. Look, how many of you out there that you got your service, you really dope at what you do. Like, I was a really, 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 and I mean really dope barber, right? You feel me? Like, I'm cold at what I do, but this is what I found out. Me being good at what I did had absolutely nothing with the amount of money I wanted to make, right? So, and here's the problem. When you're a service provider and all you do is what you do, your money is attached to your fulfillment. So what I'm trying to teach you how to do is how to detach your income from your fulfillment. And what most people don't understand is I only got 2 hands. You only got 2 hands. So if you only got 2 hands, then that means I can only cut so many amount of heads. That means you can only do so many amount of nails. That means you can only do so many cars at one time. That means you can only paint so many houses at once, right? You can only, fix whatever service that you do. You can only do so many at that minimum time, however long it takes you to deliver that service. Wow, productizing, right, is it was going to help you buy back your time, increase your freedom, increase your finances, and build a foundation of financial freedom, right? So how do you do that with productizing? Well, I'm going to tell you a couple of things. The first and foremost things is productizing is simply like being able to package and repurpose your service to the masses. When you're doing your service, like when I was doing my service, I was actually literally cutting one head at a time. Ain't no way I was never able to cut 2 heads at one time. I only can do one, right? So I had to figure out how can I make more money without using my hands, right? That was my epiphany, y'all. My epiphany was, how do I make more money without using my hands? Because I was the person, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was the person that would work 80 hours a week just so I didn't have to work 40 hours for the man, quote unquote, right? Like, have you experienced that, right? You know what I mean? You got in the world of entrepreneurship. You want to be an entrepreneur so bad that you said, I'll do anything to work for myself so I don't have to work for anybody else that's telling me what I need to do, when I need to check in, when I need to clock out, all of those things, right? But the problem is you do that because you got a great trade, you're good at what you do, you went to trade school, you got all of the skill sets, you're so dope at it, but you never understood how to run a real business, right? So what happens is you're going to start a business, right? Because you're really good at what you do, but you don't know business. So what you really did is you just bought yourself a job. Yep, I know what I said. You just bought yourself a job. You're like, well, what do you mean I bought myself a job? You bought yourself a job because now, just because you done hired yourself to start a business, now you're the business owner, you're the assistant, you're the person that's coming in there cleaning up, you're the marketer, you're the bookkeeper, you're all of these different roles. And here's the thing: all of those people, all of those roles, somebody else get paid a full-time salary for it, but you only get paid one time, right? And what's that one time? When you deliver the service, right? So a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, but that's what they are. They are entrepreneurs, right? But I'm trying to help you today, so you don't have to stand behind that chair. You don't have to stand behind those nails, that nail salon. You don't have to stay, in front of that, doing all of those, dropping those engines at a time. Look, what you can do is you can productize your services by actually taking that service and selling it, packaging it up in a course, packaging it up in a book, packaging it up in an ebook, packaging it up into a product that you can sell not just one at a time, you can sell thousands at a time. Because here's a simple secret that the wealthy understands. It takes the same amount of time to sell one product than it does to sell 1,000, right? Now, would you rather sell one time or 1,000, right? That's a question you should ask yourself. Is there something I can create one time and it can sell it 1,000 times over and over again? Look, y'all, here's how it happened. Because I was just working I was spending all this time. Like I said, the question I asked myself is, how can I make more money without using my hands? And the first thing that came to me, y'all, is I wrote a book. Now, look, here's one of my books. I got a couple books now. Here's one of my books, right? This is one of my books. I wrote this book one time, and I made thousands of dollars off of this one book that I written one time, right? Thousands of people's lives have been changed because this book one time. That in that book I talked about like how I started my business. Now, how many people started and multiplied their business just from that one book? That I poured out everything in my mind, all of my systems, and I productized it by putting it into a book, right? Now, that book will live longer than I will live, right? You know what I mean? Now, that same process is in a system. Guess what? That system, my daughter will be able to make money off of it even when I'm not around, right? Guess what? She can package and repurpose it at a later time. So I set up a system that's now considered a legacy, right? So here's the thing: what you want to do, you want to take your mastery. Is there something that you're good at? You want to be a master of stuff. Like, that's the main thing. Like, most of you aren't getting where you want to be. Is because you haven't decided to master some stuff. I decided to master the art of barbering. I decided here's a question: what is something that you can do that you're the best in the world at? I'm gonna just tell you what I am. I'm the best in the world when it comes to this barber game. I'm the best in the world, and there's no one in the world that's better than me, right? Teaching this stuff. There's no one in the world that's better than me teaching you how to scale the business, right? I'm the best. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. What's your mastery? So the first thing is you gotta have a desire, right? What's your desire? Right. So what is the desire that you have for your business, right? So to productize, you got to understand like the mastery levels, right? And I'm gonna just give you real quick my 4 points of how to understand and maximize the art of mastery. The second thing is nothing happens before the desire. The second thing is you have to decide. You have to make a decision. See, most people don't get what they want because they don't even never make it to this step. They don't ever make the decision. In order to make a decision, you got to cut something off, right? You got to cut off what you've been doing if you want to keep doing. If you got to cut off what you've been doing to get your next level, right? Here's the secret: what got you here ain't gonna get you there. You want to go to another level, you got to cut off the old stuff. You got to shed some old skin, and you got to walk into your new destination, right? So what does that look like? That looks like those old habits that got you where you're at, that old paradigm, right? That produce the product and the results that you have today. Those have to shed, and you have to step into a new lane. You got to get you some new mentorship. You got to get you some new information. You got to unlearn all of the things that you've learned that got you where you're at right now, right? You're like, what do you mean I got to unlearn? Just what I said. Unlearn what you've learned, because if you're in a place right now that you want and you don't like the spot you're in and you want to go to another level, if you're stuck, you got to unlearn some stuff. It's just plain and simple. Now, which leads me to my next point. The next one is once you unlearn those things, once you decide to unlearn so you can relearn, the next thing you have to do is you have to discover. You got to discover. You might be like, well, why I got to discover? You should not discover before I decide. That's absolutely why people get stuck. No, you don't discover before you get started because you haven't even decided what you're going to discover. Like, why people decide to go looking and wandering and search for all of these ideas. I want to be wealthy. I want to start a business. How can I do all this? How can I do that? And that's what you unlock what they call shiny object syndrome, right? Now, all of a sudden, you become this person that you don't even recognize, right? Because you want to do, oh, that looks good. I'm going to do what they doing. Oh, that looks good. I'm going to do what she doing. Oh, she making money in this end. He making money there. And you don't even know who you are. You don't even know what you're good at. You're trying to be good at something that somebody else is amazing at, and you're trying to start your level 1 on somebody else's level 10, right? So start where you are, be your best self, and whatever you're great at, you just start there, right? And then you develop and start stacking habits on top of habits on top of habits, and you stop stacking lack on top of lack on top of lack. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's the problem. You need to cut off all of those distractions, put your blinders on, and focus on the one thing that's going to get you there the fastest. And the last thing is you got to do, and this is the most important part. This is what most people never do. You have to do it now. You have to do it right now. You got to do it right now. Right now. Not tomorrow. Right now. Not next week. Right now. Why? because if you don't start productizing your services today, you are going to still be broke tomorrow, right? If you don't start allowing yourself to unlearn what you learn, you're not going to make it to the next level. You're not going to have enough reps to be able to outlast your competition, right? And that's the secret. That is the wealthy secret. You have to figure out, how can I outlast my competition, right? So when I'm telling you about how to productize is literally taking a service and making it into a product. So now I no longer have to be attached to the fulfillment. I literally can send it all across the world with the World Wide Web, right? I can send it, and I'm not attached to the fulfillment. I can create a digital product, right? I create a digital product. I can create a digital service. I can create a digital system. I can create a digital checklist. I can create a digital, any of those things, right? And with that being said, I want to set up automations, right? And here's one thing that I want you to understand about people that understand what productizing is. They do 3 things, and they do 3 things well. They automate, they delegate, or they eliminate, right? I'm saying it again. They automate, they delegate, or eliminate. And that looks like you have to eliminate all of the stuff that doesn't work, right? If it's not working for you, it's working against you, right? And once you understand that, it's not serving you. So all it's doing is bogging you down and keeping you from all of the things that you truly desire. It's keeping you from all of the fast ways, the fast path to wealth, right? So if you want a fast path, you want to learn how to productize, you want to learn how to get more time back, right? Here's the secret. If you find yourself not able to do what you wanted to do, it's not because you're not good. It's not because you're in the wrong lane or you're in the wrong industry. You got to figure out, how can I make it faster? How can I make it smaller, bigger, more complex? How can I shift it? How can I make it? How can I get the result? How can I help somebody get their result quicker? How can I do it without me? Is there a system that I can put it in? Is there a checklist that I can create that can help somebody get their result faster? What are the steps? I have to document my situation and document what I've been doing, so now someone else can do it. Is the process that you're doing to get your results duplicatable? Right? These are some questions that you can ask yourself. And if they are, then it will serve you better to be able to allow somebody else to do it and learn from you at a higher and an easier way, and a higher fulfillment, right? Here's the question you should ask yourself. Here's the question you should ask yourself. What is something that I can do one time that can produce me money over and over and over again? That's the question you want to ask yourself, right? And when you ask yourself that question, think about, where does that take you? Where does that take your mind? What ideas start to pop up? Who's that one person that can elevate you to that next level? What's the circumstances? What's the community? You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing: more stuff is caught than taught. If you're not in the right environment, right? If you're not in the right circles of influence, you won't get this stuff, right? You won't understand it. Sometimes I'm gonna tell you, one of my mentors told me this a long time ago, and I'm gonna share this and I'm gonna let you go. One of my mentors told me this. He said, if you hang around 5 broke people, you'll be the 6th broke person. But he said also, if you hang around 5 wealthy people, you'll be the 6th wealthy person in that circle. So ask yourself, who are you hanging around, right? So learning what wealthy people do, you got to do what wealthy people do. If you want to create wealth in your circle, you got to create a wealthy circle. Create the environment that you desire and that you want to show up in the world and see, right? So, hey, look, guys, this is the session on how to productize, just what productizing is and how you can benefit from it. So what we're going to do is click and subscribe. If this was good for you, make sure you click and subscribe. And this is the most important thing. Share this live out to somebody if you found this valuable. And I love to hear your comments, guys. I want to be here a lot more. So make sure you do me a favor and wherever the button is on the subscribe, do that. Like this, share this, guys. And let me know in the comments what more things you want me to talk about. I'm doing a series on productizing. And if you want to learn more about how you can productize your services, make sure you join my 5-day challenge, where it's called Productize Your Service Challenge, where we're going to be going in deep. I'm going to teach you all these mastery secrets and these principles on how you can leverage how you can leverage these principles to make your business make $100,000 a month, right? Or $100,000 a year, or $100,000 a day, depending on what your action steps. But you can't do that until you first increase the mindset and you get this information. So until the meantime, in between time, join us next week when we are talking about productizing, right? And we're going to talk about the do's and the don'ts of productization. So until then, be blessed by the best, and I'll see you at the top.